Question 1. A healthcare company needs to securely connect its on-premises data center to AWS. The connection must be highly available. Traffic should be encrypted. The company plans to transition to AWS fully over time. Which AWS solution is the best? Options: A. AWS Direct Connect with VPN as backup. B. AWS Site-to-Site VPN only. C. Use a single Direct Connect link without a VPN. D. Use AWS Transit Gateway without any VPN or Direct Connect. Correct answer: A. AWS Direct Connect with VPN as backup. Explanation: Direct Connect provides a high-bandwidth, dedicated connection for reliability. VPN acts as a failover in case Direct Connect fails. This setup ensures both security and high availability. Why not other options? Option B. A site-to-site VPN alone is less reliable for production workloads. Option C. A single Direct Connect link has no redundancy. Option D. Transit Gateway is useful for managing multiple VPCs, not for connecting on-premises securely. Question 2. A media company hosts its video processing workloads on AWS. They require a disaster recovery strategy with minimal ongoing costs. In case of failure, recovery time should be within hours. Data consistency is critical. Which DR strategy is most cost-effective? Options: A. Pilot Light, minimal infrastructure always running, with scaling during recovery. B. Warm Standby, a scaled-down version of production always running. C. Active, full duplicate infrastructure in another AWS region. D. Backup and Restore, data stored in S3, manual restoration in case of failure. Correct answer: A. Pilot Light. Explanation: Pilot Light keeps essential infrastructure running, minimizing costs while allowing quick recovery. Only necessary resources are active, reducing expenses compared to Warm Standby. Faster recovery than Backup and Restore. Why not other options? Option B. Warm Standby is more expensive than Pilot Light. Option C. Active is the most expensive approach and unnecessary for a cost-sensitive setup. Option D. Backup and Restore has the longest recovery time, not suitable for critical workloads. Question 3. A biotech company runs batch data processing jobs that require high CPU power for short bursts. Jobs can be interrupted and restarted. They want to minimize compute costs. Which EC2 instance type is best? Options: A. On-demand instances. B. Spot instances with auto-scaling. C. Reserved instances for 3 years. D. Dedicated hosts. Correct answer: B. Spot instances with auto-scaling. Explanation: Spot instances provide massive cost savings, up to 90% off on-demand pricing. Auto-scaling handles interruptions by automatically replacing terminated instances. Ideal for fault-tolerant workloads like batch processing. Why not other options? Option A. On-demand is too costly for intermittent workloads. Option C. Reserved instances are not flexible for unpredictable workloads. Option D. Dedicated hosts are for compliance, not cost optimization. Question 4. A retail company wants to build a serverless e-commerce website with low operational overhead, no servers to manage, scalability to handle high traffic spikes, fast performance with global reach. Which architecture is the best fit? Options: AEC2 Auto-Scaling Group with Elastic Load Balancer. B. Amazon S3, AWS Lambda, Amazon API Gateway, and DynamoDB. C. Amazon ECS with Fargate and an RDS database. D. Amazon Lightsail with a single MySQL database. Correct answer: B. Amazon S3, AWS Lambda, Amazon API Gateway, and DynamoDB. Explanation: S3 serves static content like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Lambda handles dynamic processing without managing servers. API Gateway enables secure, scalable API endpoints. DynamoDB provides high-performance, NoSQL storage. Why not other options? Option A, EC2 auto-scaling requires server management, not serverless. Option C, ECS Fargate is serverless but still requires container management. Option D, Lightsail is for small-scale applications, not high-traffic websites. Question 5. A global fintech company needs to replicate customer transaction records across multiple AWS regions for high availability in case of a regional failure, strong consistency in transaction data, low latency reads in different regions. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. Amazon Aurora Global Database. B. Amazon DynamoDB with global tables. C. Amazon RDS with cross-region read replicas. D. Amazon S3 with cross-region replication. Correct answer: A. Amazon Aurora Global Database. Explanation: Aurora Global Database supports cross-region replication with low-latency reads. Provides strong consistency, which is critical for financial transactions. Failover between regions happens in under 1 minute. Why not other options? Option B, DynamoDB global tables are fast, but eventually consistent, not ideal for transactions. Option C, RDS read replicas are asynchronous, leading to data inconsistencies. Option D, S3 cross-region replication is for object storage, not transactional data. Question 6. A tech startup is building a multi-tenant SaaS application where each customer should only access their own data. The API must authenticate requests securely. The company wants to avoid managing user databases manually. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. Amazon Cognito with API Gateway Authorizers. B. Use IAM roles and policies directly. C. Embed API keys in the front-end application. D. Use AWS Secrets Manager to store credentials. Correct answer: A. Amazon Cognito with API Gateway Authorizers. Explanation: Cognito provides user authentication and manages user identities. API Gateway Authorizers validate and restrict API access per customer. Serverless, reducing operational overhead. Why not other options? Option B, IAM roles are not meant for end-user authentication. Option C, API keys are not secure enough for authentication. Option D, Secrets Manager is for storing credentials, not authentication. Question 7. A manufacturing company generates terabytes of sensor data daily. Frequently accessed data should be stored in AWS. Older data should be archived to reduce costs. On-premises applications should still access archived data with low latency. Which AWS storage solution is best? Options: A. Amazon S3 with lifecycle policies to move data to Glacier. B. Amazon EFS with infrequent access storage class. C. AWS Storage Gateway with Tape Gateway. D. Amazon RDS with automated backups. Correct answer: C. AWS Storage Gateway with Tape Gateway. Explanation: Tape Gateway integrates with on-premises systems and archives data to Amazon S3 Glacier for cost savings. Provides seamless access to archived data without needing to rehydrate it manually. Why not other options? Option A, S3 lifecycle policies archive data, but on-premises apps cannot directly access Glacier storage. Option B, EFS is for file storage, not large-scale archival. Option D, RDS backups are for databases, not sensor data storage. Question 8. A news website expects massive traffic spikes due to breaking news. Traffic must be handled dynamically. Cost should be minimized when traffic is low. Users should experience minimal latency. Which AWS architecture is best? Options: A. Use EC2 auto-scaling with an application load balancer, ALB. B. Deploy everything in a single large EC2 instance. C. Use Amazon Lambda with API Gateway and DynamoDB. D. Use AWS Amplify for hosting. Correct answer: A. Use EC2 auto-scaling with an application load balancer, ALB. Explanation. Autoscaling ensures the infrastructure grows/shrinks dynamically based on demand. ALB distributes traffic efficiently across instances. Minimizes cost by shutting down unused instances. Why not other options? Option B, a single EC2 instance cannot handle massive traffic. Option C, serverless, Lambda, is good for small apps but not high-throughput dynamic websites. Option D, AWS Amplify, is for static sites, not high-traffic news platforms. Question 9. A banking application is deployed across 2 AWS regions. Each region has its own API backend. The system must prevent unauthorized access. A centralized security model is required. Which AWS solution should be used? Options: A. Use AWS WAF to filter requests. B. Use IAM roles and policies for API authentication. C. Use Amazon Cognito for user authentication. D. Use AWS Shield to protect from DDoS attacks. Correct answer: C. Use Amazon Cognito for user authentication. Explanation. Cognito handles user authentication across multiple AWS regions. Integrates with API Gateway for secure access control. Reduces the need to manage separate IAM roles manually. Why not other options? Option A, AWS WAF helps filter traffic but does not manage authentication. Option B, IAM roles are for AWS resources, not application users. Option D, AWS Shield protects from DDoS but does not handle authentication. Question 10. An energy company is deploying millions of IoT devices to monitor oil pipelines. Devices send telemetry data every second. Data must be processed in real time. A scalable, cost-effective solution is required. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. Amazon Kinesis data streams. B. Amazon S3 for direct storage. C. AWS step functions for workflow orchestration. D. Amazon MQ for message queuing. Correct answer: A. Amazon Kinesis data streams. Explanation. Kinesis is built for high-throughput real-time data streaming. Processes millions of events per second. Supports integration with AWS Lambda for real-time analytics. Why not other options? Option B, S3 is for storage, not real-time streaming. Option C, step functions handle workflows but do not process streaming data. Option D, Amazon MQ is a message broker, not a high-throughput stream processor.